Hey, I wanted to come to you with day 2 of section 3 of my book, Devotional for Disciples. I don't usually read successive days, usually skip more days in between the readings, but because of yesterday's about judgment, I wanted to go ahead and read day 2 because it has to do with valuing what is valuable. So I'm going to start today's reading from the end of day 1's text in the devotional. Quote, "In tomorrow's devotional, we will look at having heaven's value for knowing where to sow valuable things. If judgment was not allowed, how would you know how to evaluate the people you were thinking of sowing into?" So that leads into today's valuing what is valuable. Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, the last chapter in the Sermon on the Mount. Quote, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine, or they will trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces." End of quote. Now, before I continue reading, I just want to add right now, they're going to trample what you sow under their feet, and then they're going to turn and tear you to pieces, meaning because they don't value what you value, they don't value you. Okay, so keep that in mind as I continue to read from today's devotional. Back to the devotional. Both dogs and swine were unclean to the Jewish people. Non-Jews were considered dogs to Jews. Even Jesus was confronted by that when the Syro-Phoenician woman came to him wanting her daughter delivered. Jesus did not rebuke her for confronting that belief. Again, if you value your life and what your life is worth, why on earth would you set yourself up to be torn to pieces? I believe Jesus is saying, be judicial in where you invest what is valuable to you. Remember, we talked about your worth earlier. What is your worth to yourself, to God, to God's people, and to the world? Is your time valuable to you? Is your history with God valuable to you? Is your revelation of God valuable to you? Are your experiences in God valuable to you? Then why give any of those things to those who do not want what nourished you in them? That's the end of day 2's reading. So I do want to add this before I conclude the video, and that is, sometimes you have to risk having your stuff that you feel like is valuable and invest in others trampled, and you have to risk the possibility that people are going to tear you to pieces. Okay, it happens. But we learn, right? We learn how to recognize as early as possible who we're to invest in and what we're to invest in them. And I can tell you, after 44 plus years of doing this and being shredded on more than one occasion, I'm getting much better at knowing who to invest in and what I need to invest in them. Anyway, again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, liked, commented, and shared these videos. Again, if you've not done that yet, please do. I appreciate everybody's participation. God bless and peace in.